Alright, welcome on back, guys. Time for another tutorial. In a previous video, I did a tutorial on our knee. This is our knee piece that goes above the actual shin part to our suit of Mark 6 Halo 4 armor. Today, we're going to be finishing up the entire calf piece here. Shin, the sides, the back, all of it. We're going to break it down in kind of a three-step process. Now, I've already done one side of it because it's pretty much the same on both sides, with the exception of this little added detail piece here, which is made from a thinner foamy sheet. The one I use for this is about 1/8 of an inch thick, so keep that in mind if you're going to be adding a bunch of surface detail to your pieces. But if you look at this full one here, you can see essentially it is the same on this side as it is on this side. So we're going to build this whole side first here, then we're going to focus on the front, and then we're going to switch it to the back and attach all the pieces together. So let's jump on in. Okay. So you can see here, it follows this curve of your actual calf muscle, because this is made to be on the side. This is the outside portion of the right leg. This one here is the left leg. The little accent piece there, right there, lets you know what side you're working on. So we'll take our little, well, I've already cut out all my pieces. We're going to take this kind of U-shaped piece here. We're going to heat it from the back and form it, pinching in here, and we're going to let it flare out just a little bit. So I'm going to pull it in like this, push out with my thumbs just slightly. And curve it on in. The reason I'm pushing out on the top of my thumbs is because I want a slight outer curve to it. This little band here, I want it to be slightly pushed a little bit further out. You'll see why here in a minute. And that will about do it. I'm going to heat this side up here, the little top piece here, and I'm going to turn it just a little bit more. That's about all we need for that. Right. Okay, so there is our little U-shaped piece, which this next little section is going to fit into right in there. Again, pre-cut out. I'm going to heat this entire thing up, and I'm going to shape it like a dome, and I'm actually going to bend in from the back here. You can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to push down on the front here, and I'm going to pull the entire shape so that I get this rounded area on the bottom, which is going to fit right in on the seam. And using pressure with my thumbs in the back, curve this entire piece in. If you have to, flip it upside down. really pushing in hard because you want that to have a little bit of a domed shape to it. Alright, there we go. There's our little dome. So we'll be putting it right on in here. And for this one, I'm going to attach the very middle part first, and then I'm just going to work it all the way up both sides. Loctite. Seriously, I gotta work at a deal out with Loctite here as much as I rep this. Shoot. Probably start advertising on this channel. It's attaching. Smooth out that glue. Here we go. Oh, that's a good seam. Look at that handsome seam right there. Right. Now, as I said, I'm going to feed this whole thing up here, but I'm going to go ahead and attach the top corner first, because I want that to be, I want to make sure that I have enough to make it up to the top corner. Sometimes you can attach it too low, and feeding it around, by the time you get up to the top here, you're missing space. So do your top corner first, that way when you feed this down here, it'll push the rest of the shape out and make your little rounded edge that you want. There we go. And the cool thing with this Shin piece here is because it's a fully enclosed piece, that even if it's not all fully formed the way you want it to be right away, by the time all this gets connected, it will force itself into the round form that you'll need. And actually for this Shin piece here, let me tell you what size I'm working with. My Shin is, I believe I'm doing a regular scale one. Give me a second. Where are you, Shin? This Shin is the normal scale. This is the normal scale Shin. If you look inside the links below this video, there are 2 links there. One link will take you directly to all the Halo 4 foam armor. The other one will take you to Pretzel's Locker. This is from the Halo 4 foam armor link on 405.com, and this is normal scale. I'm 6'2", so this fits me. So if you need that to help you figure out how to size your own. Okay. Alright. Now I'll go ahead and fill in the rest here. And I should make note that only the back portion, this is the back part of the Shin piece here, only the back is going to line up here at the top. The front one is going to stop right about there, about a ½ an inch down from the top. So don't attach the very tip up here on the front edge of it, because it will not fit properly if you do that. And I'm attaching it at a slight angle because I want this rounded dome area to protrude a little bit. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing, but I wanted to make sure that it was giving me as much space as possible for when it's making contact with my leg. use our little smoother here so we make sure we get good contact with all this. There we are. There we are. And ideally, also, I'll go back through here and reinforce. And actually, I am going to go ahead and reinforce this piece here because it will need it. And I'm also going to heat up a little bit more on the inside here and crimp this in just a little bit more with that rounded piece up here on the top, and I'm going to pull out a little bit as I do it. There we go. Still got our little dome shape to it. The reason I got this groove here is so I can fill that in with hot glue, which we're going to do because we will need it on this piece. Now I like to kind of spiral it on. That way I'm bridging that gap. An EVA foam can be heated and heated and heated over and over and over, so if you don't get the seam quite right the first time, if you don't quite get the shape quite right the first time, you can always go on back. But do be aware that if you are heating an area that has hot glue on it, the hot glue will remelt, so just be conscious of that. Alright. Well, that's drying. Okay, so next part is going to be our little our top rounded area right here, and that will pull the top sides right here and there. I'll pull them in a little bit more concave. And we'll curve the sucker, bend it inwards, and pull it back from the top. So you're getting kind of this little arching look to it. There we are. And this goes, I start from the back first and pull it right up to the front. On some of the builds you'll see a little gap here. I like mine flush up against there just for strength. You don't have to do it that way. Whatever you like better. And this goes right flat on top. Press it on there. There we go. And then pulling the front in there is going to pull the rest of the shape nice and in the way I want it to. and it will fight you. Just be aware of that. There's a lot of kinetic tension on these calf pieces, but that's the way I like my pieces to be. So know they've got strength. And the cool thing about EVA foam is you can muscle it into the shape that you want it to be in. So, fight it right back. Do a little glue on that edge, just so I know. Making firm contact. This Loctite does give off some fumes, so be aware if you get your face down there too close, it might sting your nostrils a little bit. Okay, our little window here, our little window piece. Heat it up, hold it into shape. Ooh, melted him a little bit. You don't need as much heat as I just did. Just press in from the back with your thumbs. And it doesn't have to be crazy domed, just enough. That should do it. And now, if you can see on this one here, I want a lip here, and I want a recessed area into the back there. So, right here, and then there. So we'll attach the front first. Nestle it in right where you want it. Gonna get your bearings on it, and then we're gonna smash it right along that edge. There we go. Right under there. Well, my kitty O'Malley has come to say hi. Alright. And then I'm going to put some glue on the inside back edge of this piece here. Squeeze this little guy right in place. Be aware, if you're going to do it the way I'm doing it, you've got to be quick. Making sure that all your seams are attached. And it's okay there's a little bit of a gap inside there, because you can always fill in that gap with a little bit of hot glue later on. So don't fret too much about it. And actually, more than likely, you will need to reinforce this whole area with some hot glue, just because of the way it's shaped. It's such an extreme curve right there. Which is fine, but we'll do that later. But anyway, there's our side. Now for the bottom section, this little piece right here. Slight curve, just attach it as you see. There we are. And I pull it up a little bit too, just a little bit, because I want it to flare on the bottom. So I pull that top ridge back with my fingers, as you can see here. There we are. And I go back to front on this. So, this one here, I just push straight in, all the way, like flush seam to seam. It's awesome doing the flush seams because they attach way quicker than anything else, which is awesome. And we'll step it right around. There we are. Boom. There we go. Perfect. There's our full side. Now for one little accent piece that goes right here. You don't have to put it on there. I want it there. Just a little 1/8 inch foamy sheet that I cut. I'm just going to mark on here where I'm going to set it. That way I don't get too much glue on my fingers. I'm just using a ballpoint pen. Can draw on foam pretty easily. And I give about 1/8 of an inch edge on it from the outer side there. Complete. Alright, now we're going to do our middle section here. Going to be a lot of back cuts, little corner trench V cuts here on the entire thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do these real quickly here for you. This is where you want your sharp blade, because for whatever reason, doing these is a definite challenge. If you don't have a sharp blade, it is a pain trying to cut through here. I'm guessing because the surface is textured. Probably why it makes it so tough. There we go. Okay, for this one here, there's going to be 3 pieces. This is our middle section right there. You can see how it's kind of got 3 planar surfaces. For this piece here, you're going to need to do a cut along the edge here at an angle so that it fits nice and flush up against there. So start from the top, angle it back about 45 degrees. And again, you'll probably make 3 or 4 passes on this. There we go. So I'll go ahead and attach this one here first. Top, right down. The nice thing about the calf is it is pretty straightforward. There is not a whole lot of curveballs getting thrown at you with the calf piece. Unlike our shoe, had all kinds of interesting and intricate little pieces to it, the calf is pretty much just cut, attach, not a crazy amount of back cuts on it. There we are. Now, let me go ahead and do our mid piece. This is going to be a little bit of an overhang on here, so it's going to come off about 1/8 of an inch over the top. And I've already put my little front detail piece on it. Actually, while I'm gluing this one, I'm going to go ahead and just do all of them up this way. So they're all going to need to be glued anyway. I hear you, O'Malley. Apologize if you hear our cat in the background. And for the panel that I'm going to be doing in a Kaikon, I will be wearing the suit of armor. So if you want to see it in person, come on out. And for this particular one, I am going to be doing Chief's actual suit of armor. So that's exciting. Olive green and all that jazz. There we are. One more small one. And all these pieces will pretty much end up fitting into each other to make the front part of your shin. Alright, last one here. This is the very bottom part, right above, I guess, the top part of your foot. It helps if you mark on the back of your piece with a pen where you want that little groove cut to be, that corner cut, because it you can lose track really easy, and I've totally botched up pieces because I forgot where I actually marked it on the front. So make sure and transfer your lines to the back. There we go. Nice little horn there. Okay. So now we're just going to start attaching. So we're going to take our big piece first, and like I said before, it's going to be a little bit of an 1/8 inch overhang, so I'm going to do the middle and then the corner right to the end. Attaches pretty quickly. Alright. Getting glue on my fingers. Oh, it's a beautiful day for cosplay. I don't know if you guys have been watching any of the new info on new maps and such for Halo 5, but I'm excited because Warzone is coming back at the end of the month.
I love Warzone.
Well, here we go. And right on down the line. Next one, the thin piece. Again, this one will be set back a little ways. So to the middle, then your corners to your edges. Okay. Taking shape. We'll go ahead and do the bottom now. You can see the little edge here lines up with this edge here. And it's going to be slightly, I guess, about a 45-degree angled out. So for this one, I would do one corner first, kind of force it down into its shape. There we are. And we'll do our other corner. You see it's already starting to take that little edge to it. Let's run some right along that seam. I know I make this look really easy, and I know I'm moving at a really good clip here. Guys, you don't have to move this fast as I'm doing right now. This comes with a lot of practice, a lot of trial and error to get as good as I am at this. Please take your time on your very first one. That way you don't end up making mistakes that you don't know how to fix. There we are. Next one is going to be flush right in with this piece here. And it's okay because it's going to have a little bit of an overhang. Do the middle first and then just build it down. The overhang is there for a reason, which I will show you in just a minute. Gosh, I just sounded like the cash cab guy. Alright. there we are. There's our entire front of our shin. Okay. And we will save this and set it aside for now. Now we're going to do the back part of it.